4 signs your lung health needs attention for lifelong breathing. Your lungs are the unsung heroes of your body, delivering oxygen to fuel every breath, step, and heartbeat. In your teens and 20s, it's easy to assume they'll always work flawlessly, but habits like vaping and exposure to pollution can quietly harm them, increasing the risk of chronic diseases like COPD or lung cancer later in life. While some young people maintain strong lungs through healthy choices, others experience subtle signs, shortness of breath, persistent coughing, or reliance on vaping that suggest their lung health needs attention. Protecting your lungs now is vital for lifelong breathing and vitality. In this article, we're exploring 4 signs that your lung health may be at risk, backed by research from the American Lung Association, ALA, and leading pulmonary experts. These aren't vague warnings, they're clear, evidence-based indicators that can guide you to take action. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for, what these signs mean, and how to safeguard your lungs for a healthier future. Stay with us until the end, because you might be overlooking habits that could have a massive impact on your ability to breathe easily for years to come. Let's dive in. Sign 1. Vaping use. Using e-cigarettes or vaping devices is one of the most significant threats to your lung health in your teens and 20s. If you're vaping regularly, even if you think it's safer than smoking, you're exposing your lungs to chemicals that cause inflammation and damage, putting you at risk for serious conditions. Consider 2 teenagers, Ethan and Zoe, both 18 years old. Zoe avoids vaping, preferring to stay active with sports and breathe clean air. Her lungs feel strong, and she rarely coughs. Ethan, however, vapes daily, enjoying the flavored clouds and assuming it's harmless. He doesn't realize that his vaping habit is damaging his lung tissue, increasing his risk of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. According to a study in Thorax 2021, vaping introduces toxic chemicals like propylene glycol and formaldehyde into the lungs, causing inflammation and impairing lung function. The American Lung Association 2022 warns that vaping is linked to an increased risk of COPD, asthma, and even lung cancer, with young vapers showing early signs of airway damage. Unlike traditional cigarettes, vaping's long-term effects are still being studied, but evidence suggests it's far from safe. The good news? You can protect your lungs by quitting vaping. Seek support through quit programs, apps, or counseling, and replace vaping with healthier stress relievers like exercise or meditation. If you're vaping, track how often you use it this week. Try this now. Take a deep breath. Does it feel clear, or do you notice discomfort? Quitting vaping today could keep your lungs healthy tomorrow. Sign 2. Shortness of breath. If you're feeling breathless during light activities, like climbing stairs, walking briskly, or carrying groceries, it could be a sign that your lung health needs attention. While occasional breathlessness after intense exercise is normal, frequent or unexplained shortness of breath in your teens or 20s is a red flag. Imagine 2 young adults, Lily and Noah, both 22 years old. Noah moves through his day with ease, climbing stairs or jogging without gasping for air. He avoids smoking and exercises regularly. Lily, however, feels winded after walking up a single flight of stairs or carrying her backpack. She assumes she's just out of shape, but shortness of breath could signal lung strain or early damage. The American Lung Association 2022 notes that shortness of breath during mild activity can indicate reduced lung capacity, often caused by vaping, pollution, or underlying conditions like asthma. A study in CHEST found that young adults with early lung damage, such as from vaping or environmental exposures, report breathlessness as a primary symptom. If unaddressed, this strain can progress to chronic respiratory issues. The good news is that you can strengthen your lungs and address breathlessness. Quit vaping or smoking, avoid polluted areas, and start low-impact exercises like walking or yoga to build lung capacity. If shortness of breath persists, see a doctor for a lung function test. Test your breathing now. Walk up a flight of stairs. Do you feel comfortable, or are you gasping? Improving your lung health today could ensure easy breathing tomorrow. If you're finding this article helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss more lung health insights. Let's keep going. Sign 3. Frequent coughing. A persistent cough, especially one that lingers for weeks or occurs regularly, can be a warning sign that your lungs are irritated or damaged. While occasional coughing due to a cold is normal, frequent coughing, particularly after vaping, exercising, or exposure to irritants, suggests your lung health needs attention. Think about 2 college students, Max and Ava, both 20 years old. Ava rarely coughs, as she avoids vaping and stays in clean environments. Her lungs feel clear, and she breathes easily. Max, however, coughs often, especially after using his vape or being in smoky areas. He thinks it's just allergies, but frequent coughing could indicate lung irritation or early disease. A study in Chest, 2020, found that persistent coughing is a common symptom of lung irritation in young adults, often linked to vaping or exposure to pollutants like secondhand smoke. The American Lung Association explains that coughing is the lung's attempt to clear irritants, but chronic irritation can lead to inflammation and conditions like bronchitis or COPD. If ignored, this damage can impair lung function over time. The good news? You can reduce coughing by protecting your lungs. Quit vaping, avoid smoky or polluted areas, and stay hydrated to keep airways moist. If you're coughing for more than 2 weeks, see a doctor to rule out infections or lung conditions. Check your cough now. Do you cough regularly, especially after certain activities? Clearing irritants from your life today could keep your lungs strong tomorrow. Sign 4. Ignoring air quality. Regularly spending time in polluted environments, whether from smog, traffic, or indoor smoke, without taking precautions, can put your lung health at risk. If you're ignoring air quality warnings or exercising in high-pollution areas, you're exposing your lungs to harmful particles that can cause long-term damage. Consider 2 young adults, Ava and Liam, both 24 years old. Ava checks air quality before running outdoors, opting for parks away from traffic or indoor workouts on smoggy days. Her lungs feel healthy, and she breathes easily. Liam, however, jogs along busy roads daily, ignoring air quality alerts. He doesn't realize that exercising in polluted air is damaging his airways, increasing his risk of respiratory issues. According to a study in Environmental Health Perspectives, 2023, exposure to air pollution, including fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, causes inflammation in the lungs, raising the risk of asthma, COPD, and lung cancer. The American Lung Association notes that young adults in urban areas are particularly vulnerable, as polluted air impairs lung development and function. Ignoring air quality can also worsen symptoms, like coughing or breathlessness. The good news? You can protect your lungs by prioritizing clean air. Check air quality indexes, like AirNow, before outdoor activities. Avoid exercising near traffic, and use air purifiers indoors if you live in a polluted area. Try this now. Check your local air quality online. Are you in a high pollution zone? Choosing cleaner environments today could preserve your lung health tomorrow. If you found this article valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more lung health insights. Your support keeps us going. Conclusion. Now that you know these 4 signs, vaping use, shortness of breath, frequent coughing, and ignoring air quality, take a moment to reflect on your own lung health. Are you protecting your lungs with smart habits? Or are you noticing warning signs like coughing or breathlessness? Your lungs are essential for every breath you take, and the choices you make in your teens and 20s can ensure they stay strong for a lifetime. Don't wait for respiratory problems to disrupt your life. Start today. Quit vaping, avoid polluted areas, stay hydrated, and see a doctor if you're experiencing symptoms like coughing or shortness of breath. Your lungs deserve care, and small steps now can keep you breathing easily for years to come. Protect your airways and keep the air in your life clear and vibrant. If you found this article valuable, please comment number 22 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more health insights. Your lungs deserve it, and so do you.